Hey there, this is Marisa with Marisa Moments. So I have some ancestral energy, which means I got to shoot from the hip. What I receive is that you got to cut them off. You have to cut them off. What I receive is that because here's the thing. A lot of times on a healing journey, you feel, well, guilt carries a lot of weight. Programming carries a lot of weight. What we are accustomed to carries a lot of weight. But what I receive is that we know when we're in a toxic environment. We know when we're in a toxic situation. Now, here's the thing, though. We have to also hold ourselves accountable when we face these realities, because a lot of times we're either equal partners in a toxic situation and circumstance, or we could be the one who are adding all the toxicity to that environment, right? Either way, we have to remove ourselves from the situation in order to heal from it, right? Now, that's not to say that you can never return, but what I receive is that you can never return, right? I mean, you have to use your discernment in these matters, because at the same time, you can heal, you can grow, but if you put yourself back to the environment that encouraged that toxicity, are you sitting in the seat of your own strength enough to not revert back to who you used to be just because that's what the environment calls for? Are you sitting in your sovereignty enough to return and be the person that you've healed enough to become? Now, that's up to you to know, but you have to be honest with yourself in these places. But at the same time, and the bottom line to this bottom line is you cannot remain in the company or in the presence or in the environment of that toxic situation or any place that it basically encourages the decline of your mental health. It encourages the increase of your programming, especially when it comes to generational trauma, or it encourages you to basically put on a mask and deny who you are at your core. It encourages you to deny your divinity. It makes you fear your own gifts, your own capacity to connect with the divine, with source, with God, with Gaia, universe, angels, and saints, and makes you feel crazy for doing so. If this is your journey, if this is where you're at, then you have to make sure that your environment is conducive to your upward trajectory. And if you can't control your environment at this place and moment in time, then when you can, do. In the meantime, work on self.